You know what it takes, and you're ready today to take them all on.
Take them all along.
You got the measure of your man, and you know that you can go all the way. Give it to him. Yeah, give him a taste. Give him a taste of Kiwi.
Golden Kiwi.
Oh, no, green Kiwi. We've talked about
Gold
this.
Kiwi.
Money making's gold.
Give him a toast. Star.
Do you like golden kiwi?
Do you like the golden kiwi? See,
Yeah.
2v1. Golden Kiwi it is.
Hey, except don't have a scrum about it because
A scrum. Hey, rugby.
Okay, no my hook away. Welcome back to another episode of the Kiwi Golden Fruit NRL podcast. No, Kiwi NRL podcast. Today in the studio we have, I always go left to right, I go right to left.
whoa,
On my right we have Samuel Brill.
What is this madness?
yeah, switching up. No, how you going, mate?
Oh, I'm going very good, thank you.
Yeah, no, I've had a good weekend myself. A few bevies,
A few bevies,
yeah.
destroyed a few tins,
I heard you had a big weekend.
Had work due on Friday night, and it was debauchery, if you can put it that way.
Free
So-
drinks, how good.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, no. But then my Colts bloody lost today. That's why I've got a new profile picture,
Yes.
and I lost a bet. So
So if you want to see Sam in a mankini,
Is
there is actually there's actually a photo of me and the Mankini out there.
Do you know when I done the Queenstown Marathon, there was a guy that all his crew entered him in the Queenstown Marathon for a stag do without him knowing. And get this, he had to do it in a Borat mankini.
man,
And at the end, 'cause I seen him get near the end, there was some really red parts of his body. It was chafed up, burnt.
Let's see if I can find it.
I was actually stuck behind him for quite a while, just by accident.
just taking in the views.
Just
Taking in the views from Queenstown.
more so curiosity and see what's actually going to happen here because shit, that'll be quite funny.
Poor bugger.
Yeah, poor bugger.
While he finds his mankini picture,
You carry on.
we've also got Jason Weatherly in the studio. How are you, mate? You good?
I'm good.
You're
I'm,
fizzing.
Yeah, I could say I'm fizzing.
Yes, I love when you fizz.
Fiddling, eh?
Hey.
Fizzing, sorry.
Yeah, fizzing. Hey, it would have been great to have the Kiwis in the final, but
Yeah,
hey.
shit. That is what it is.
We were not in the final because I swear that was last week.
that's how the cookie
It was.
crumbles.
I could have swear
It was.
the
Yeah.
final was the other week. Anyway, it's a different topic. Welcome back in. Oh, shout out to the sponsors, Fit Zone, bringing a great health and fitness experience to a rural.
Rural.
That's a hard word to say.
So I've got the Mankini on there,
But you got other clothes on.
no, that's me trying to do.
What
Oh,
the fuck is that?
there you go. It's sort of
Oh, that's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
yeah. But there's actually another one of me posing in front of a ute as well. So
Okay.
I'll see if we can get some pics, eh?
Brilliant. All right.
Yeah,
So
that'll bring in the likes.
shout out to Fit Zone, our sponsors again, bringing a great health and fitness experience to the rural communities of New Zealand. Like I said the other week, it is too late to get fit for summer. Unfortunately, you've missed the pahi.
I don't know.
You've missed the waka. It's well and truly paddled off.
What if you worked out like 3 times a day until Christmas or New Year's?
You've got it. I think you've just cracked it. That's
Huh.
what everyone doesn't know. So you can. There is time.
If you don't have a day job and work out 3 times a day,
You probably still won't get it. But hey, sign up anyway.
Yeah.
man.
And if anyone else needs ads for their businesses, like I can write them. How good was this one? So I'm open.
Pure class, eh?
I can write
Pure
ads for any
class.
business. And then if you're a business out there wanting to advertise on this great podcast, that's the type of shout out you're going to get.
yeah.
And that's quality. Yeah, okay. Now, so straight into it. Yeah or neha? Or nah. Yeah or nah. And we're going to go like this. It's always not long enough to have a proper drink. Because I'm always
Yeah, but like you're always Buffalo too.
Huh?
You always Buffalo too,
We're not playing those rules, are we?
mate. When you drink with me, it's always Buffalo. Okay.
Well, geez, you've missed out a lot of it. Because
No, I just wanted to throw that.
I
in
always
right
drink with
there.
my right hand.
Yeah, I know. It's
So are we doing left hand now? Now I have to change my headset.
Yeah, well, I'm only drinking with right hand because it's easier to drink. That's the way I got the mic on.
so the rule of thumb is usually when you drink with a brew, it's always Buffalo.
Okay.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's just passed down from generation to generation. Fucking.
Now I'm going to put it on backwards.
Yeah or
like
no?
Sam, just to get it to go. Anyway, yeah or nah? Oh, we'll go. We'll start again. Buffalo. Sweet. So my yeah or nah was also what we had done the reel today on, which is scrap the tears, me undies up. scrap the tiers for International Rugby League. We'll start with me. Yes, scrap that shit. It's teats. Get rid of it. It doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yep.
And then, like I said, I feel like if you have played junior footy in Queensland or New South Wales before the age of 14, you should be eligible to play for those states, and then pick your country. I'm not saying you can jump countries like willy-nilly. You can't just get like all willy-nilly with it. Whereas I could because I'm eligible for quite a few countries.
You are the liquor source sort of the team. So,
Weird that stat came out that you're actually Aussie after they won.
well, that was quite deep. Yes. So we probably don't have time to go into how deep that goes. But basically, my
But
ancestors...
I've got the same features as Phil Gould.
I'm the full guild of New Zealand Rugby League. Yeah, and then if they're a Kiwi guy who's played junior footy there, some people will poo-poo that because they think Kiwi shouldn't play State of Origin. I say, just whatever, in my opinion. They do or they don't. As long as they play for New Zealand.
And then we're good.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Jace?
Just straight yeah.
Yeah, scrap
I feel like it's going to be a quick one for us, but yeah.
You're going to give them a 1 ounce? Going to have a scrap with them?
Oh,
The tiers.
I can just get rid of the tiers, and I like that thing. I reckon it will solve a lot of problems.
Oh, it just makes it more simple. I mean, it's not perfect. I think you should have to select the country well and truly before you.
Yep.
But I think this kind of gives you the freedom to do that.
yeah, absolutely. So like,
You know what I mean?
yeah. So I'll spiel on about this because this is a thought in my head I've had for a very, very, very long time, and I've wanted to talk about it for
Alright.
quite a bit.
Hit us.
So like, actually today on Clarkie's columns, one of posts that they come out and said that Samoan, Tongans, and all sorts of have already pledged your allegiance to Tonga and Samoa. So it's all good, but what happens when the carrot gets dangled, the money thing?
State of O, baby.
It'll be interesting to see how the dynamics of that. Actually, how much bit of integrity those guys actually do for their countries.
Yeah. That would be interesting to, it would be kind of shit, but it would be interesting to force them into that because, like, Kiwi guys have to make that decision.
But then also, I'm fucking I've said it the whole time. I'm scrap the tears. It's a mockery of the of the system itself, especially now Samoa making the final and actually pushing. They did push Aussie enough for just to say fuck, we're here.
That's right.
And it's so it has to be scrapped. It has to be. NRL has to take one on the chin here and actually say to themselves, hey, what are we trying to accomplish now? Yes, we want these Pacific Island teams to prosper, but then also the golden egg, like you said last night on Mike Pete Sport, was the State of Origin is it's the top tier, and then there's NRL, then there's international rugby.
Which is the problem.
And it's as soon as they poo-poo the whole tier system, I think that's when you're going to find that the game itself is going to grow. Yeah,
and 100%.
And I feel like
Carol, sorry.
I feel like the tier system only works in Need for Speed Carbon. Like that's where it only comes in. Like
Need for Speed Carbon. What the fuck?
But like it's and it's. I hope Brad Fittler did come out 3 weeks ago saying
he did say that he wants it.
He wants it because he's scared he's going to lose his Samoan players.
Yeah,
and that's
because if you look at it, a lot of the Queensland players stayed with Origin.
Exactly, and
stayed with Australia.
Australia, so it's only going to benefit I think Queensland a lot. But I'm sort of over on Origin at the moment. It's sort of it's created.
It's a great spectacle. Don't get me wrong.
It's lost its hype. I think it's lost its honour, integrity, it's lost its what it was.
Yeah.
And it's just like literally.
Just needs to be put in the right place.
Yeah.
If they continue to hold that as the top thing, rugby league will just stay the same.
And then once again, that opens up the international windows for, State of Origin window that week. There's going to be a fucking international game.
Well, there should be. But
so
obviously, NRL got rid of that. So yours, Abdo. All right. So it's 3 solid yeses.
Big fat duty yeses too.
Jace, did you have a year or nah for the buoys?
I do. Mine it's kind of in the same track. Is Origin overrated, and should they concentrate on doing something more internationally each year?
Yeah, well, I'll jump straight in there because I just kind of said it. I think you can't have it as the I mean, and they get paid the most for doing it too. So the moment they change that too, like, if they evened out the money a bit and didn't pay people so much to play State of Origin, less people would have that as their motivation.
Absolutely, and that also comes back onto the women's side of things as well.
Yep.
You got to look at both sides of the thing, and like we talked about it on the car ride up to Auckland yesterday, and it took a while for men to get to that stage of getting paid, and women, cool, that's awesome as well. But there has to be a thing put in place, especially with State of Origin, that I think you just can't make it the marquee thing anymore. International sport should always be the marquee.
You'll have to take a hit if they truly want an international game out of rugby league, which it can be. The state of Origin just cannot be.
Well, look how successful rugby is in terms of that, because
that's right.
There's no, I guess there's Super Rugby or English Premiership, and then there's
international is above it,
and that's how it always should be.
Yeah, that's right.
Your country is number one.
Yeah,
not your club.
Yeah, definitely not some weird state that you might have just played in.
NRL just governs it too bloody much, and I understand it's a business first and foremost, but also, what do you want to achieve?
But even from a business perspective, you're looking at the amount of customers you can have if you keep State of Origin your main product. It's quite limited.
Cool it would be.
But but if you look at the Samoan and Tongans, they live, and same with Kiwis and everything. They live everywhere around the world.
Yeah.
So if you make that the pinnacle, I'm pretty sure like the likes of the Rock and that NFL player shouting them out.
Yeah.
That puts it in front of a lot more people. Like, did the Rock shout out anyone for State of Origin?
No, exactly. And one thing that sort of pissed me off too was seeing Aussies stay in this fucking 5-star hotel bullshit, and then Samoa, they try to glitz and glam where they were, with the trying to be dogs and stuff like that, which is real cool because they're trying to hype themselves up. But it's shit. Yeah. If NRL really want to put their money where their mouth is, then they will help out.
Yeah.
And actually make a system.
How cool would this be? They'll never do it, but
probably not.
Get rid of Origin. Scrap Origin.
Oh, okay.
You go on there, but
I know.
Carry on.
Get rid of Origin, and you get 4 or 6 teams, international teams, and through those 3 weeks that they play, you have. So, for example, first week, you'll have Kiwis versus Aussie, Tonga, Samoa, and if you wanted another 2 teams like Fiji,
Papua New Guinea.
Yeah, it has to be Papua New Guinea.
Yeah, Papua New Guinea.
They've already got a rivalry. So did Tonga and Samoa, and New Zealand and Australia's already got a rivalry.
Those are the teams that versus each other the first week.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd run out of weeks.
You could make it work. So in international cricket, they're doing the test tournament, which is done over the whole year.
The whole year. That's right.
So and that's how you could play it effectively.
Yeah, and then so each of those weeks that you have a Origin, you have then Kiwis versus Tonga. Yeah. That next week, and then the final week that they do Origin, Kiwis versus Papua New Guinea.
One thing that sucks about that is it'll never succeed because the clubs would vote no against it straight away.
Yeah,
sucks.
It'd be so cool. I'd be way more excited to watch that.
The alternative is
8 o'clock New Zealand time.
because sorry to interrupt.
There you go.
Super Rugby is great at the moment because they have an small international window where the Northern Hemisphere teams come down.
Yeah,
and that it's great because it breaks up the season itself.
Yeah. That's what
was refreshing about having those internationals.
Yeah, for sure. Oh shit, it was so good.
That's what I reckon as well. If you make the NRL season smaller,
that's what I was about to say before.
Yeah.
And then you could have the option of breaking up and have something in the middle.
By weeks, man. And it's the international window in the Super Rugby thing is
I'd be gutted.
Is a month.
Yeah.
So and it splits it up, man. It may push it out to.
Well, if you're,
I don't know.
If you're making the thing smaller.
So if you had to have one or the other, would you rather have international be mid-year or at the end of the year?
Nah. So I reckon 2 slots.
Two slots. But if you had to have one slot, which is what they're going with, it'll be end of year.
End of year.
And I mean,
I would only want it mid-year if they did what Super Rugby did. Yeah. But then you'd have to have you would definitely have to have a smaller season of NRL.
But they could afford to.
Yeah, but the thing is, they can just play everyone once.
Yeah, that's all you need.
It's just so stupid. Yeah.
Like the Wires get the bare end of the thing, and we get to play.
What is it? 28 rounds this year? So might be more.
It's long, eh? Yeah. Shit, it's long.
That's a lot. That's a lot, man.
But the crazy thing is, it's not even versing every team twice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's good though because that takes away an uneven playing field sometimes because you could be the top team playing the shit team twice.
Well, that's what
happens.
That's what the Wires get.
Why aren't we just playing everyone once? I don't know. See, the NRL's like,
It's good
but then
when
it's
the rest
TV
is
rights again. So what they'll do is they'll put teams together, play each other multiple times, who get the best viewing.
There's 17 teams this year. So if you played everyone once, that's 16, isn't it? So that's a good round number.
It's
Then you go into finals from that. I don't know. I don't know why that wouldn't work.
16. You can get a max of 32 points. Yeah, fuck.
I feel like if you can
It'd be
if you
close.
can win your
Yeah.
first 10 games in a row, and then not make the 8, the season's too long. Or the vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how can you like you can literally lose your first 8 games but still make the 8 and then go on to
And the
win.
thing is, NRL will be worried about not generating the amount of income, blah, blah, blah. But you create an international window, you're going to get packed crowds. Because how many Samoan, Tongan, Fiji, and Papua New Guineans
Yeah, I know.
are in Australia itself?
You get a couple of Kiwis in there.
But even at Mount Smart, like
Yeah, exactly.
you pack it out.
It's sell out
I reckon
every week.
if that Tongan Kiwis game that was at Mount Smart was at Eden Park, it still would have sold out.
I reckon you'd fill it
Oh.
up. Yeah.
Oh, hands down, fill it out. And also, you can create double headers.
Imagine if you had imagine like even if you had Tonga, Samoa, and then Australia, New Zealand, a double header at Eden
Oh,
Park.
mate, fuck.
Well-
You can do that. But also, what you need to do is expand to the Pacific nations as well.
Oh yeah,
They need to play tests and
they
Fiji,
need to.
PNG, blah, blah, you know? Samoa, Tonga.
Just international rugby league needs to keep playing
Hashtag
because this happens, right? You get the World Cup and then you get that peak, and then it's
fuck,
like
we need a hashtag and get this fucking thing going because...
or I was going to say hashtag boycott state of origin.
I don't know how much traction that'll get.
we'd get,
It'll get zero Australian traction.
We'd get the big old fat 30X, mate. But no, I understand what you're saying though.
Yeah.
That's definitely...
But I think they need to take a little bit of an L with State of Origin because it's their biggest earner because they keep investing in it so heavily with their media and everything else. It's just like it's what you invest in, right?
You know, Gus Gould's fucking 5-minute spiel before the actual kickoff, you know.
They should
That's probably, they're probably paying him fucking $1 squillion just to talk a lot of shit.
do it, Bledisloe, make it like 2.
Did you did you hear Vossi when he was commentating when they done the Civitel? They got real close and he was like, "They'll be able to taste what brand toothpaste they use this morning. That's how close they are."
I love Vossi, man.
He's good, eh?
I think he's one of the best commentators, actually.
And for a while there, the Warriors had him every game.
Yeah.
He was doing the New Zealand games. Back at Mount Smart.
Vossi's got good value.
That was crack up. I was like,
Yeah.
or what brand they didn't use.
Was it Colgate?
C-Muck, eh? Did you ever urinate, Sammy?
Yeah, I did. And it's sort of what I've probably branched on about a lot of the last couple of weeks is...
Do my mankini look good?
No, because my net's hanging out of one of them. So, coming off the back of Ashley Klein reefing, does there actually need to be more of an input in actually who reefs what game? Because
yes.
it was. I think once again it was pretty poo poo.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think it diminished the actual whole thing, and that's what fucked me off quite a bit. Like I don't like.
I would have loved to see if England were in the final and that was the situation.
Yeah, but like this comes back to the coaching thing as well. Is we say that the best coaches should coach, right? But it's a little bit different. There is refs out there that are capable at international level of reffing those high quality games.
Yeah.
He's actually Klein may be the best ref. I don't think he is.
Yeah.
And
Because he loves a penalty.
Yeah.
But it's in those small circumstances, if something goes wrong,
straight away.
point the finger.
Aussie ref, see?
Aussie ref, and that
it's not good for the game.
and that's not like yes, Australia, we fucking hate them, but that's not fair for them either because it makes a scapegoat of them.
Then straight away they're like, oh, people are saying that's why won, not because.
Yeah, I know
This, that,
every
and the
game's different, but that final wasn't a hard game to officiate.
No, I think, and I think that young guy, the English young fella, he was great. I'm harping on about him. I think he's a great ref because
We need to track down his name.
he
was very good.
He was good. He let the game flow. He officiated that ruck real fast. He didn't the slow ruck was eliminated effectively.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. And
But
maybe not for Brandon Smith because
yeah.
he'll be fucked after 20 minutes. But
you sub him off though, eh, Maggie?
yeah,
Eh, Madge?
game management, brother.
So
Yeah, that's
No, he just falls
bro,
over
yes.
and then goes off.
to whatever you're putting down, I reckon. Yeah. You're in England. Use an English ref. FFS. Wouldn't be that hard. And this is where the old dual ref could come in handy.
Fuck, you know I'm a big fan of that, bro.
I like
you
a
know
dual
I'm a
ref.
big fan of
So,
that.
because obviously it's Australia and England have all the refs. So what this means, if you always have an Aussie and an English ref for the international games, right?
Yep.
It just removes that kind of.
It does.
If anyone plays Australia,
yeah.
you've got at least an English ref there as well.
So I actually watched when I was very, very hungover on Saturday. I was watching the Fiji Women Rugby League competition because I was just
Random.
There was some sport on, Promote the referees in those small nations. Bring them into the NRL or even the lower tier things. Put them on the sideline. They are promoting women referee as well.
Yeah.
Surely there's there is a pathway for these people.
Even the lack of Kiwi refs, like we had Henry Petanata for a while, but he's chucked it in. But surely, like being the top three nations, England, Australia, New Zealand, we should have some more referees
but
out
the
there.
NRL will control the referee, and they have to be Aussie. And that,
there you go.
So that's what's in. It's always good to reference
National
rugby.
Refereeing League.
Yeah.
I get it now.
So it's a great thing about rugby in itself is there's no way in fucking hell
You'd have the
same nation
no,
ref.
There's no way.
You can have a same nation touch judge and a TMO. That's fine because there's always someone else because that referee is an independent.
But that also comes from refs will eventually come from growing the game, eh? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's all these other things that come into it by holding that state of origin as the main thing.
NRL, hi the Kiwi NRL podcast. We got you.
We'll sort it out.
Hey, we've had some great ideas over this year.
Why don't they just use a ref from Georgia or something? One of the Greek refs from their local
What's
tourney.
our local ref up to? You reckon he'll just do a couple lessons on league and
The New Zealand, club sides, there's some referees rocking around there. You could check them on.
bloody hope.
They probably prefer an NRL job.
They might actually lose some weight. All I see is barrel refs,
Hey.
Hey, get on.
I'm throwing zero shade at anyone's rig. That's all, Sam.
I reckon get Dre out there. He'll be keen.
Dre will be good. Shit, I'll never go. I'll ref something. Yeah, see that's the best thing about reffing. Would be getting that whistle down.
Yeah,
Eh?
just that hearty.
That's what I was thinking of.
With my man Kenny, or
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, we're with you.
Cool.
All right, great
That was a good little fucking to be honest.
I kind of said
Great
yeah,
round
and then I
of
was
yeah,
like,
nah.
what did he say? So I was like, yeah.
Maybe it was those mushrooms
Maybe it's
kicking
those
in.
mushies, man.
the mushies.
All right. We'll wrap the final or the finals. Start with you, Sammy. Just you don't have to go through the whole thing. Just a couple of points. From each final if you want to, or just the men's.
So I think for wrapping the finals. What the finals was good about was the Fiji. One thing I liked about was the Fiji New Zealand game. It showed Fiji once again.
they're there or thereabouts, man.
They're thereabouts. The Cedars. They're there.
They're there. They're cousins.
And then obviously the semi-finals, final was played. In
Aussie
game.
Kiwi final.
Aussie Kiwi final. That was the final, but it sucked because we should have beaten Aussie, and Samoa was in the final. We would have fucking spanked them, I reckon.
Yeah.
So that's my wrap of the finals is chances taken in those small percentages. Things could have changed, and I think especially
we would have lifted the trophy damn near.
But England's unlucky. I think they
I think if they had a harder game earlier,
that's what worked out for us real well.
And that's what Brad said yesterday.
He did say that yesterday, Brad.
When if it needs to change up the system and actually you need those
love that
two or three hard games because how can you gauge your side after spanking everyone?
Because Samoa just proved it to everyone that they actually kind of mean the business.
Yeah, well, no, because they had no preseason.
They had no pre-game, like warm up.
They're the only team that didn't have a warm up game, and you play against a fucking I don't know who you play against.
Well, we played Leeds. You could play anyone. You could play absolutely.
Play
anyone.
Manchester United.
You could.
It's just a game for connections.
Yeah,
cohesion.
blowing the cobwebs out, just getting some connections. You're damn skippy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. If
I think also, bro, you know how because I got Australia at 1 and 4, us and Australia at 1 and 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go off. Never mind those weird rankings. when you're setting the draw for the World Cup, everyone knows where everyone should kind of be.
Yeah. Kiwis up top.
So it should be New Zealand 1 and 2, England, Samoa and Tonga kind of in that next lot. And that's how the draw should have been. Because that's a stitch up having that final or semi-final.
Well, like I keep saying, that World Cup was a mockery to me. I think it was great because international rugby's back. Cool.
Yeah,
Blah, blah,
that's probably the only. Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree. That's
yeah.
probably the best thing is that we hadn't seen it for so long.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yes.
But then also it was marred. The inconsistencies of the administration side of it was fucking. It was just so blatantly obvious that, it was designed for a specific team
to win.
to win.
It'd be cool.
Because
Trying to
and also Kiwis, if we had one more game before playing Australia against, say, like a red hot Samoa,
Yeah.
would have beat Australia.
It'd be cool if you just did almost like just a round robin comp. So it wouldn't have as many teams in it, but you could have a second pool that's like, and they just play up for the minors. But you have us, Aussie, England, Samoa, Tonga, Papua New Guinea, for example. Maybe you can chuck Fiji in.
Well, no, even the Cedars as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends how you work, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to work at that. You get to too many teams, but you play everyone once, and whoever finishes top 2 on the table, that's your 2 finals.
So what they used to do with the 4 nations, which is similar, so you'd
Yeah.
have England, Australia, and New Zealand,
Yeah.
and all the other nations would play off for that 4th
Yeah.
spot. So they had to earn their spot in playing.
And that's how the fucking World Cup should be.
For
the
yeah,
minnows.
that's how it should be. So you can make like in the international window, it'll be like each year that you do, because what they do, so it'll be, then they used to, it used to be the Southern Pacifica teams, and then the Northern Hemisphere would play for a spot, and they'd alternate. So while they're up there, all the minnows and or Tonga, Samoa, Fiji, and Papua New Guinea, and that would all play each other.
Yeah.
Then whoever won that little comp earned the right for the next year to be in that top 4.
Yeah.
So you could do into like more of a 6 nation style thing,
Oh, you have to, man. Shit.
because that would work.
That'd
and
be pretty cool.
then the minnows play off for that last spot.
Fuck,
Because
it's
Samoa and Tonga can't be a minnow
got to be
anymore.
sorted, man.
How
Like,
cool is that, though, that you can say that now? Samoa and Tonga can't be a tier 2,
I know,
for example.
There'd be 100 different ways of looking at it, but New Zealand need to pay Australia a lot more.
But they're too scared.
Must be. But you need that back, that once a year. At least once a year you need to. But then if we play them once a year, we always lose. Not always, but it's a lot harder for us because they'll just pick combinations.
it needs to be a Bledisloe style cup of thing, kind of thing between us. The Anzac, the Anzac tests,
At least 2 games.
At least
even
2
though I hate
games.
the 2-game format.
But it's
It's more than just a
international-
one-off.
Exactly.
Because that means you can have one at home. They had that Anzac test. They bloody locked that up over in Australia for fucking years.
Yeah.
At one time they had it at North Harbour Stadium. We beat them.
And it's not the Melbourne Storm versus the Warriors Anzac fucking test anymore. It's got to be
That's always a good one.
But then it should just
toy.
that right there is when New Zealand should play Australia.
Exactly.
Anzac test.
Fuck.
Mate, we need to play Aussie more.
It sucks because it's so blatantly obvious what needs to happen.
Yeah, but
And
they make it hard because they got the dollars in the on their eyes. But if they really had the dollars in their eyes, they'd have the foresight to see whether you can take the game to an international level properly is where the real money is.
I wonder if they're sitting in their office, for example, and there's a few guys thinking that, but they're just too scared to mention to be like...
Of course there is.
They'll be too scared to try it.
It's like the FIFA.
Or like-
FIFA. It's a FIFA situation.
Yeah, or like too scared to mention like, well, we kind of need to move away from Origin. What are you talking about?
When there's too much money in a strong organisation, you've got your president, and you're always gonna have those guys just in the background, just wanking them off, saying you're doing such a good job,
men.
and it's not until and it's when the guy finally stands up and says, hey, we're fucking doing it wrong. Oh, he goes missing.
Yeah. See ya. Oh, what happened? Oh, he left.
He left. Yeah.
Where did he go?
Personal reasons.
Yeah, he's he walked in Qatar somewhere and he's gone.
He just didn't come home. It was weird.
But it's FIFA's bad, but fuck, NRL's heading that way. I think.
It's just like I understand it because they have all the power at the moment.
Yeah.
Because that's predominantly, even though they have different heritage and stuff, they're mostly
Yeah.
Australian.
But at least
Playing in
FIFA is
Australia.
international.
It is, yeah,
Not-
properly.
Yeah, properly international.
Yeah.
Yes, they govern the whole fucking world of football, but
But if you have that, then you have a proper international game.
exactly.
And we have like an
Exactly.
international rugby league board, but it's like what I don't know what calls they can actually make.
Yeah.
Like they'll do the admin for
Yeah.
all the international games ish.
Shit, this topic's getting me fucking fired up.
Yeah.
Man. It's fucking getting me fired up.
But
man.
then they don't have any say.
Nah.
Like if they went to the NRL and said, "Look, you need to pull back on state of origin because this is but they'll just NRL will just do their NRL.
Are you there?
You there? They hung up on me again.
Yeah.
Wrap of the finals. Yeah. The
Hey,
state of the international game.
about the final, how good was Cam Murray's try?
Was just about to
Fuck,
say
that was
that is
sexy.
poetic.
Like, oh,
That was poetic.
that was.
You could put some.
That'd be my favourite try of the World Cup, I think.
Mm.
I know what we should do. We should put that try up with like Marvin Gaye. Let's get it on at the same time. Bow, 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 bow.
Let's get it on.
Oh.
Let's get it on.
Fuck, it was. Do you know,
Sugar.
like, how perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Peach of the fucking ball.
Peach. All that, like I said, the defence done everything they wanted. They planned them to do.
They sucked Milford out.
Yeah,
And he just got fucking cojones, mate. Oh, shit, it was good.
That was a
and
good
that
try.
pass was just bomb.
And
Oh.
Cam Murray probably one of the best lines I've ever seen.
Oh.
He's great at running a line too.
He knows a thing or two about lines.
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
Lines.
The only thing that was so shit about that stadium is it in goal area.
Oh,
Oh,
don't even start that.
But like
30 centimetres.
Cam Murray run like go to drive for his try and like you know how they put their hand out in front.
They're like-
They almost always go out like straight away.
Did you see Latrell's one? Or even Teddy's one. They both
Yeah.
stood over the bit and hit the fucking...
well, they're
oh.
looking at it like the. What was that other green shit? Was that actual grass?
It's AstroTurf.
AstroTurf.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Talk about cut yourself up.
Yeah.
And then you're straight into the barriers. Remember Josh Morris that other year?
Yeah, I do.
Fully injured himself. And Luke Lewis.
Luke Lewis, yes.
Boom. Straight into the barrier.
At least Latrell made it look cool. You know, he he slid on his knee, I think it was.
Yeah. I know. I mean, it's a cool place. Obviously, it's an epic place to play.
Yeah.
There's no crimes with that.
Because Wembley's one of the great stadiums of the world.
But
Fuck.
it's not the right size.
It's not.
At some point, you got to think,
Like, do you think...
you could shorten the normal play, right?
Do you think they could play it at Twickenham? Nah, because Twickenham's fucking 90,000. It's probably a bit too big.
They could. This is it. Oh, it depends
Yeah.
how much Twickenham take as a fee.
90,000.
But you could
It's a
price
fucking
it.
cool stadium, man.
If you could price it, right, to kind of get more people in.
They have good stadiums there too, and I think yes, Wembley is effectively the league stadium of
Yeah.
English rugby league, but I think there's I think I wonder if they did bring a game to Twickenham, what would it be?
Or have a go. I don't
yeah.
know.
The thing is, in England, league is a subpar sport. Effectively,
it's well, even rugby is compared to like football.
No, it's not though. No, it's not.
It is a little bit.
No,
You'd have people in England who wouldn't know what rugby is.
yes, but they've got the population regardless.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
you've got your, you got your football hooligans, and then you got your prestigious school rugby boys. That's
Yeah.
how it works over there, and it's they have like they'll
And rugby league's more the working
they will
class
pack out
sport.
international games rugby, even their local comps. It's always packed out.
Football is hooligans. If you've seen Green Street Hooligans, the movie, great bloody movie.
Blowing bubbles, mate.
Bro, memories.
What you guys been up to?
That's where Sam's fucking forever blowing bubbles.
Man, I also want to watch that movie. If anyone hasn't watched it, watch it.
Elijah Wood though, come
Yeah.
on, they could have put a better person in there.
Oh,
Could have put Frodo. Come on.
yeah. Bloody Frodo, he's a man. And then it's got Charlie.
Gub.
Nah, Gipsy, yeah. Charlie.
The guy that does
Harmon,
Charlie
Harmon,
Staines.
who does Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
yes.
great movie.
What were we actually talking about though?
Oh,
Playing it
In
somewhere else.
goal,
Mankinis.
in goal areas.
Yeah, the field's not big enough, so I just don't like that. Plus,
And it
how
changed
many
it-
people tried to kick a repeat set the whole tournament?
Yes, exactly.
Like no one.
No one. So
It's eliminated it from the game.
Eliminated it from the game.
Which, to be fair, probably suited us a little bit in the terms of. I guess Cleary wasn't kicking it that well.
No.
I was going to say, is Clary done and dusted? No.
Oh, mate, this is the ball. It's a weird ball. I know.
Yeah.
You just can't kick it. You just can't kick
Fuck,
it.
he didn't even get it. Just dropped.
That was great.
Their first kick.
I
Eh?
thought
reckon
might
some
have
kid chucked him
might
like
have got Val to do the kicking
Yeah.
after he wasn't really hitting it that well.
Or Latrell, because
Latrell, mate,
Latrell
yeah.
can send a bomb.
Half the people in that team probably can kick it.
Oh, and Teddy kicks. Fucking the whole backline nearly kicks.
Kicks ass.
That was good.
Yeah. All right. It's kind of a rap-ish.
Ed O'Carr would have a crack.
All right, so we're just going to do this. All right.
Yeah, bruh.
Bruh.
The finals of the final. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was going to say, best part of this World Cup, because there's been a lot of media and social about it, old Ed O'Carr scaring Daly Cherry Evans.
Yeah, I want to miss that content.
That was great. That dog one was...
That's a great prank.
Yeah.
We'll have to pull that out there. The game.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
Wireless speaker.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
I reckon you would get hums.
All right, so this is player of the day for the final between Samoa and Australia. We'll each go through 3 top players, and one of those 3 is the player of the day.
3, okay.
Jason,
Ooh.
who would your top 3 from that game be?
Top 3.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I was trying to think who performed.
We all
I
performed.
feel like their second row was
We all
real
performed of the
real mean
weekend,
for
brother.
Aussie.
Yeah.
They were like Liam Martin. He's just insane.
Liam Martin was really good, eh?
He had a World Cup, man.
I think he would probably be my top. He's just such a mean player.
How good was the elbow from Crichton?
Oh, bro.
Game changer.
Samoa
And career ender.
Yeah.
Samoa had it in the bag.
Poor
Let me
bugger.
hold up. Let me bring up the team list.
Yeah, team list. We'll rock it that way. You want team stats still?
Oh, whoops. Who was in the game? Obviously, Latrell had a mean game.
Well, I do my mate Tim Laffey dirty. Didn't have his photo on there.
He's ghosting, mate.
Tim Laffey.
I would go
Any minute.
my top 3 for that game. Liam Martin, Yo, and Latrell.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
Yo, don't miss a tackle all
Has it-
fucking World Cup.
Overrated if you ask me.
Holy moly. That's a stat, eh?
I wish I knew what it felt like not to miss a tackle.
Well,
He hasn't made a tackle, so that's what he's trying to...
Oh.
oh.
No. Well, yeah.
And Lennie's
I feel like I'm throwing shade at everyone.
Yeah.
I apologise, guys, okay?
and
What are
Lennie's,
you, an umbrella? All right, so and who's your ultimate player of the day, player of the final out of those 3? And you can throw the rest of the tournament kind of in behind as a bit of
yeah.
backup.
I'd probably just go Yo with no tackle miss.
Didn't miss a tackle.
And
Didn't miss
he's
a
a solid, like...
he's bloody good. I'll give you that much.
No, I don't know. I do rate Liam Martin.
So he's gone Liam Martin. All right, I made your decision for you. All right, Sammy.
Okay, so mine's pretty straightforward. So Trell, I think he was probably one of my favourite players of the World Cup. He was so composed a lot of the time. You know, wasn't an angry man, which I was real surprised about. And I
He
think,
can get like that, eh?
and I think that benefited
Oh,
him
hugely.
hugely because he was so composed just through that Kiwis game. You know, all through. You know, just
Didn't throw the toys once.
no, and that was great to see.
Do you reckon that's because there's such a good, like, experienced players around him? Because, you know, I think sometimes when it's all on him...
But he doesn't have old heads around him, though. That's the thing. Like, it'd be different if it was like a Cam Smith, Cooper Cronk, you know, Billy Slater sort of dynamic to it, or even an older forward. They're such a young Aussie team.
They are.
So,
I was saying that about the Kiwis, how we just get
Yeah.
better, but then I'm thinking, shit, Aussie was
so-
quite young too.
but I think of it, you know, Trell Mitt is now one of the, you know, he's now at the top tier of Australia, and he's put on a pedestal. He's playing for his fucking Aboriginal culture at the moment, and that's what's sort of pulled him back into line. You know, having him and Ed O'Carr together, they sort of created
so good.
this small little culture, and on the same side of each other, and that's
Mate, what a combo.
It was great. My other one was actually from Samoa, and I think this kid is going to be one of the best NRL players in the future, and that's Stephen Crichton. I think he's
Right.
Yeah,
so
he was
good.
actually good.
For how young he is. He's still young as, and he's done heaps.
Yeah, like he's actually real composed. He's not showy, he's not flashy, you know. But
in
fuck,
moments he shows up.
you know, he's got a great stat behind him. He's scored a try in every single final he's
Yes.
played in.
And they're usually quite important ones.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, if the game was a little bit closer, I'd nearly put him my player of the day. But my player of the day went to Teddy. He around the ruck. He
doing Teddy shit, eh?
he exposed.
I overlook Teddy sometimes just because he's always mean.
Because you're used to it, eh?
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, but that's just what...
And I'm putting my sombrero on. He showed why Joseph Suwali'i should not be playing fullback at the moment because he's still so inexperienced. And Teddy absolutely blitzed him in every way, shape, or form.
Which you'd expect him to.
Absolutely, because he, him and Joseph Manu are probably...
He's the godfather of fullback at the moment, Teddy. Since Billy.
Joseph Manu's the best, though. Okay?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Okay?
But even your proteges can be better than you.
Yeah, exactly. He's the, Anakin,
the one thing that...
Anakin Skywalker to the Obi-Wan, so...
Nice.
The one thing is that Teddy would just have that chiming in when needed. But I think Joey got that right in that game against Aussie.
He did.
He pulled back a bit and just let the boys kind of...
in that final, Teddy, he played that ruck so crucial. And even in that try for, what was it? Cameron Murray, he didn't get the ball, but he ran a ruck line.
Yeah.
And that's what sort of short up the fence and made Milford shoot. So that's why he was my player of the game. He made the difference. He backed up the guys on the breaks too. Got 2 tries and so shot Teddy.
Teddy, all right.
Roosters for life.
I change.
No, you can't.
You can't.
You can't.
No, I was just gonna give a shout out to Val.
You give a shout out. Val's bloody good all tourney.
Fuck yeah, actually,
Yeah.
You're not wrong there.
He was like we were saying yesterday. He's one of those players that are like constantly mean, but almost underrated because he goes under the radar almost.
Yeah.
He
Val
actually had a
good.
real good tournament.
Bloody epic. But he's very good.
Yeah.
He's very good. Okay, my top 3. Chanel Harris Tavita. No. Unlucky the Uso. He's a bit unlucky there. No, my actual top 3, I'm going to put the Fox in there, man.
Yeah, he was good.
I've loved watching him play at the World Cup. Just in general, just all the shit he does.
Yeah. Tupo's gone from the...
Even that try against New Zealand, like, what the fudge, even though the punter shouldn't have clocked off.
The thing is, with him, he had a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, he's like, I want to prove to the world I'm the best winger in the world, and I'd say he is.
He is. You can't
you can't name another winger that's... Like, a lot of other wingers scored tries, but they didn't have the impact. And that try he set up, in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Just across the ruck,
Yeah.
round Luai, massive hole.
Classic Luai.
Who did he put away again? He set that
Teddy.
try. Yeah, it was Teddy, eh?
Teddy scored.
Teddy back in, yeah. How good. Both pushing up around the ruck.
That's what's great about Teddy. Like, he'll always be there.
Yeah, he's never not there. I'd have to go with Liam Martin too, man. What a tourney, eh? What a tourney. Brilliant. A lot of people had him down as like an epic grand final for the NRL. But a lot of people said,
Him and Stephen Crichton were so complimentary of each other, eh?
And a lot of people said, we just don't know how we go in the Aussie team, blah, 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 because it's in a Penrith system.
Yeah.
Anyway, like newsflash for those people, it's the Australian team he's going into. So even though the Panthers are very good, technically this Australian side should be a lot better. So that argument would not hold up. So he was great. I'm going to go also, just for the game, probably didn't have the greatest tournament, but the Mad Dog. Money Munster.
Money Munster.
He actually,
He was a bit of a...
He was composed too.
He was composed.
And
he had some big moments, like that one-on-one strip on the big boy.
That was good, eh?
Like, ball and all tackled him, rolled him over in the ground, and then stripped the ball on him. I was like, wow. There's some monster shit. So shout out to Money.
One person I do want to shout out is Junior Paulo, actually.
Yeah, he had a massive tourney.
Because...
Really rolled the sleeves up.
We talk about leaders in sport, and I think what he did for Samoa itself...
Yeah,
he was that leader. He had a hard time cracking the NRL.
He did
first and foremost.
It wasn't like straight in.
Yeah,
there
exactly. And he earned his spot.
He wasn't even making the Samoa team. Like
he wasn't
when he first came into the game.
Yeah, exactly. And then so he has established himself as actually a proper leader of the game. And he was
good. And one thing I did like about him, especially, is mainly like you get it with like us and Aussie, but those island countries. The passion that they showed, like he was like crying when he made the final.
Oh yeah. No, it was passion overload.
Fuck, it was good.
And it showed like it makes him like play that much better.
There's no substitute for leadership, man. Leadership is in any international team, any form of sport.
Got it in spades. JP.
We're just gonna flowing at the.
And then he didn't play that great in the final. Not that he didn't play great. I think this is just opposite player played really well.
Yes.
But Tim Lafai, from seemingly out of nowhere, but I had big raps on him. Replay the tape. Go back. After that hiding, they brung him in, and man, he had a tourney. After that, had a tough job. You come up against Aussie, best players in the world. aside from New Zealand.
He played against a winger that easily exposed him though. That's
Yeah.
centre that Val Holmes that had his card.
Whereas, yeah, I think that was probably a blip. That wasn't ideal, but I still think from what he was up to during the year and everything else, and where he was to play the way he did. Shout out to Timmy. He's not on my player of that, but I just think he had a great tournament.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
I just want to also make a shout out to my mum. No. He's one of my probably non-Kiwi favourite players is Jack Whiten.
Yeah.
Because they had so many options for the centres and for him to be in the team. He did his part.
That's why...
He's just a footballer. You can play him anywhere.
Yeah.
That's why Aussie was so good this year, is their depth on the bench was phenomenal. And you look at the players on the sideline that they had, Nanai, they had fucking the big bruiser from the Roosters,
Lindsay Collins.
Lindsay Collins, and it's just like fuck me, holy shit. And we talk about those players that chose other nations, but
no problem,
eh?
But that's why I feel like this whole Origin and people can pick other countries other than Australia because they don't need them.
Exactly,
they don't need anyone else, and it makes the game better. But Jack Whiten's an absolute animal.
He is good.
It's so annoying when he got that pass away against the Kiwis. Fuck you, Jack.
Should I have actually had a better year or nah? I've just thought about it just then.
Oh, fuck it, roll it.
Roll it. So sorry. So going on the back of a few comments on the Aboriginal side of things is, the idea of floating, of having the Aboriginal team in a World Cup.
Yes.
That's actually that's the one I actually had it on paper. And
that's a good one too. There's a lot of points in and around that, so go.
So that should be fucking X straight away.
It's a no-go.
It's a no-go because you have a divide in Australian history regardless
already,
right now.
Yeah.
And you're going to go and do that. I'm pretty sure that would be the worst thing for Australian culture to have that happen. And even though the Palangis in the team and stuff like that, they're like, hell no. You're still going to say no because they're going to play the white thing, but also even the Aboriginals in the team, they don't want that.
I don't think so. No.
They should run their own thing, like
they do.
With state of origin, land of indigenous.
No, so at the end of the year they have a proper Aboriginal competition.
The Corey knockout.
Oh Jesus,
It's like the indigenous Australian version of like Par Wars.
The Corey, the
Māori tournaments.
It's pretty
cool.
cool.
Mitt and Cody Walker, they played. Who else played?
Who's that
used
guy?
To be one of my favourite players.
Who went off the rails? Their fullback. That has a million kids and played for the Doggies.
Ben Barber,
yeah.
He played.
Yeah.
Joel Thompson played.
I also
love how he played. He used to play for Manly. He
but
played.
And
Latrell Mitt got a few tries.
Yeah. The thing is, they had a stacked team and they didn't win.
Yeah. How good.
So
so it's a no from you.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck, that's a poo poo.
Okay. Do you want to go next, Jeff?
There you go. You look like you got a bit.
He wants to
now
finish
listen
strong.
here. Okay. No. For me personally, I'll go. Oh, you said I'll go. And then you
well.
For me personally, even if you look at it from a New Zealand Māori perspective, I think no, not in the World Cup. I was seeing someone put up something similar. They put up, it's so great to see Samoans and that get to rep their culture. It'd be great to see a Māori team a similar line in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And it's a no from me because Māori culture is represented within the New Zealand team.
Absolutely.
You're doing the haka at the start, especially in the rugby league. They've made a big effort to interweave Māori culture throughout it. So I don't think there's a need to have the separate.
Even our jerseys.
Normally. Yeah, they've got. That's right. Yeah, so it doesn't do anything.
Know how to do it well.
I don't think it. Yeah, that's. So I'm thinking that's been. I think all Australia needs to probably do, not have a separate team, is just embrace it a little bit more within their own team.
The thing is that they won't do a Aboriginal war dance per se, but they can incorporate something. They have.
But even in the anthem, let's say I know there's a lot of different Australian languages.
There is an Aboriginal one,
but there is one that's kind of. It's almost like a generic. Like there would be a version you could do that would sing with the.
I think
Australian.
They
version.
are concentrating on the wrong stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Because you don't need like you say it's very divisive.
They need to. They don't have to do a war dance. Whatever you like. they don't have to have the Aussie team do that. But if they really want to go down that path, they could easily have not let players do it, but a ceremony to start with.
Yeah, I was going to say that's exactly.
I give you a tip: the white brothers in the team will support the Aboriginal boys through and through on any
They'll
decision.
be keen to do it
because one, gone are the days of that old
Yeah.
Australian culture, because it's changed big time, and I'm all for.
Well, within the playing group for sure.
Yeah.
Like there'll be some of
Yeah.
that culture in Australia, but within the playing group,
Yeah.
they'd all be keen.
Because
I
man,
think that's a good idea though. Like I was going to think, well, even if they just had like a couple of Indigenous, like a group doing like a ceremony, or even not a challenge back to the haka, just something,
Just like
an acknowledgement where the players can stand there bonded.
absolutely, man.
not like a challenge, obviously to the haka, but almost just
An acknowledgement.
acknowledgement and respect to their land kind of thing.
Even a small symbol of the flag on the back of the jersey or something like that. How
That's what I'm saying. Like with everything they're doing already, could you not put a little?
it's so fuck. It's just so easy. Once
Like
again,
you'd have like the
Australian rugby league is fucking behind the times, isn't it?
yeah. And I mean, seeing like and I think not.
It's like some of those things.
Well, they've already got we're already doing the Indigenous Australia versus Māoris, and that's become really cool. It's become massive actually, and everyone loves to watch it and see it. And that's a great way of how they're having those teams.
Yeah.
I think a World Cup it's a no from me.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
The thing that cracks me up the most about this is how behind they are. It's almost like some of those stories you hear from America,
Yeah.
like the States, where they're like,
Yeah.
they've gone against this law, and it's like, there's a law.
Oh fuck, America's.
So what?
Hey, with the biggest powers come the weakest fucking humans, I reckon. Because
That's right. There you go.
yeah,
But yeah, I reckon
Doesn't take much to put the flag on the jersey.
Fuck
That's a
no.
start.
it's bridging a small
Or
gap.
like even the Wallabies have that. I love
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Wallabies jersey they have.
Yeah.
It's like has Indigenous patterns.
You know,
all over it.
and they do welcome to country.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's that's what Wallabies are doing very well.
You have to do. The thing is, I personally think it's just like when you do the haka and that, when you're playing, when one of the other teams come to New Zealand to play us, All Blacks or whatever, or the Kiwis and whatever.
Yeah.
That's also like it can be seen as a challenge, but it's also like a welcome and like an
absolutely.
instead of
an
doing
acknowledgement of someone coming on.
It's respect.
it'd be cool, and I reckon the Kiwis would embrace it if, as we came onto the field, or as we were going to our side of the field, they did like how like Māoris do a poor video of that.
Yeah.
Like we did that. They did that version for us. Like not even like the team, but like they had that little ceremony.
Yeah.
Welcoming us, and then like I reckon it would bring a lot to the game.
Yeah.
Oh man, fuck it would,
100%.
man.
So you focus on bringing that into the Kangaroos team.
Yes, the All-Star game, that's cool.
Yeah,
You know,
I think that's the right way
Yeah.
of doing it.
yeah.
Because like there's probably not so much the other way, but there's a lot of players with Māori heritage that are in Australia, right?
Absolutely.
So you got like the Kalen Ponga, you've got
yeah.
Dane Gagai, you've got Dylan Walker, you've got there's
Yeah.
a lot of it gives them an opportunity to play for their heritage. Like
Even-
probably not to the level like it's a bit
Yeah.
different because Samoa is its own country in a different way as opposed to like New Zealand and Australia. So it still gives them a chance to represent their heritage
Yeah.
and then still play for New Zealand or Australia.
Mm.
So no, don't put it in the World Cup.
Yeah.
I think New Zealand Māori played in the World Cup.
2008, 2003,
Nah, further back might be 03.
03.
Really?
Could even be earlier, but yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of it personally.
Well,
It was
did it work?
a team filler.
Well, that was back then. I think it did
Yeah.
kind of work because they were beating Tonga and Fiji,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Samoa
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. But now that wouldn't. I mean,
Depends who went.
I would hate even if we could take it from a Kiwis perspective, I'd hate for the likes of James Fisher Harris, you've got Tapani, you've got the
Raps.
Cheese, you've got Rapana, you've got
Hughes.
Like there's a lot of Māoris in the Kiwis team.
Yeah.
To have to make that decision, I think is unfair also. So yeah, it's a no. Still a no.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Kieran
Sweet.
Foran comes out. Yeah, I'm actually going for them, mate.
Review the Kiwis, yeah, just a couple of points, nothing too intense. I forgot. Hey, there, Andre.
Probably one of the most exciting games I've seen is for the Kiwis this year was that Tongan game. That was
I was
such
going
a
to say, if I'm going to go back to a highlight, it's the Kiwis Tonga game. That was epic.
What are we doing? Reviewing Kiwis, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a year, just a moment throughout the year from the Kiwis.
that Tongan
can-
game.
Let me get my notes out.
That was incredible. like just that atmosphere. Tongans know how to.
They know how to have a party.
Yeah.
But your boy was up in there. Oh. Your boy was up in there.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So this is why I was hoping I'd go first, because my thing of the year was, my favourite part of the year was this motherfucker reciting the fucking haka at Ice Puppy.
Well,
I'm happy he wore a shirt.
He wasn't reciting to Ice Puppy. He was reciting to the poor lady with the flag next to him.
Oh shit!
Tangled up. Entanglement.
But man, there was tongues flying everywhere, you know, and
all sorts going on.
You know, you'd be struggling to think, shit. What are you up to?
Sam got hit on by a Tongan princess.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Also, he's an honorary Tongan now.
No, but actually, my favourite, I think this comes from the World Cup. Jar Hughes against Fiji. I think that was my moment of the year. It sort of just put him in the pantheon of, you know, how actually fucking good he was.
Yep.
He
no games leading up.
No games up, and that was, you know, yes, that, you know, him that Tongan girl was on the flag, whatever it was, you know, a great highlight. But I think Jay Hughes, you know, it just put him in saying, I am a premier.
I'm here and I'm a top half.
I'm a premier half. You know, was it 18 line breaks or something fucking horrendously stupid?
I'd say he would have a better comp than Cleary, and he played less games.
Absolutely, yeah. I think hands down through a three.
That Irish game, what the fuck? He just fucked it.
Yeah. So that was my favourite moment of the year. I think, yeah, review of the Kiwis year.
I think if we get a few more years together, man.
Yeah. One thing also I took out of it was, and I come to terms with it towards the end of it. You know, Tapani should not be playing 13
up front, bro.
So
made some good stats.
Yes,
but stats ain't
yeah,
shit.
and he was great.
He was great.
It was great.
He had a crack. He was always going to play well, but he would have played better.
Imagine the poor Aussies having fish and taps, and then
fish, taps, then Leota and Nazi.
Yeah, but they always chucked Bromwich in there for a wasted position.
Yeah, I know.
No, but I think
they still would have had all them.
Oh, it's just hard because they named Jesse the captain way out, and it just becomes real awkward.
Yeah, and that sort of marred the whole thing as well.
The thing is, those last couple of games, he actually played well when he was on.
Fish should have been the captain.
But if you're not going to use him again, it just seems like a waste.
Fish should have been the captain because he's. Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard, but I think we learnt a lot again because rugby league is back.
Yeah.
In New Zealand, and
it was back.
You know, and I guess Madge was also, you know, he's going to take a lot out of this too.
Yeah.
And he will also learn.
And I hope he stays on.
I hope he does too. He's
I'm a fan of his. He's done great things.
Yeah.
Like you said, they'll close the gap.
Yeah. Oh, fucking.
We were all over Aussie in that game, and that was just a bit unfortunate. But give us a few more games against them.
I love a bit of fucking tit for tat, you know, fucking seesawing shit.
The best part was,
I don't mind losing like that.
The best part was, we all had to wait to the end of the game to make sure that, like, Kiwis could have done something at any moment in that end of the
almost
game.
did. Yeah, almost did right at the end. But yeah.
So that's and one thing also going to bring from it this World Cup is people are going to want to play for New Zealand now.
Yeah, well, that's what they spoke about, when they...
Yeah, the choice is going to be so much easier for guys. You know, I don't want to play for Australia. I want to play for actually fucking New Zealand now, you know? And actually create depth.
Because after that whole debacle with that last World Cup where we lost to Tonga and Fiji, I think the manner in which Madge came in and why he probably got the job, he wanted to restore, we call it mana, but he wanted to restore the respect and honour of the jersey because he felt like it had lost that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the key isn't in the wee?
The key was not in the wee.
Oh.
In the wee.
I'm a fan of Madge's, man. I think, you know...
I mean, there's a few...
It was hard for the Tigers.
Yeah.
But, you know...
anyone could go... That'd be hard to for anyone.
Exactly. But he created some form of bond between his players. And he connected with them. And he was
tearing up at the end. It means something to him.
Exactly. And he's not a fucking Kiwi.
No. And that just means extra because...
Yeah.
And I think the one thing that I come back to when I'm reviewing that season was the era around how much minutes Brandon Smith played. So if you look at the rest of the games, the talk at the start of the comp was they were going to play Brandon as much as possible to get minutes into him so that when they came to the big games, they were planning on using him.
But the style of play didn't suit it though.
No, so they were going to... No other team done this, but I think Brandon averaged like 80 minutes, 72 minutes, 70-something minutes in all his games, right?
Yeah.
Where Harry Grant and Ben Hunt, they'd split at 40 minutes each.
Pretty much.
And you see
20,
that.
20, 40, yeah.
And if you've got, I don't care who you are, if you're playing Australia in the middle, you cannot expect the man to play that long.
They will expose you.
And they did. And he subbed himself off. I think that's the one lesson. I think to have that back again, because when Foz came on, he was folding motherfuckers.
Man, he was good.
Fuck, he was.
Get him on earlier.
I'm so happy I backed the motherfucker the whole year, eh?
You did.
Well,
I'm glad for Foz too. I love Fozzie.
I'm a fan of his too. I would have backed him, but like,
We also had a classy young guy coming through. I think
Next World Cup, though.
next World Cup for sure. Because
Yep.
let's be honest, Foz won't be there
No.
because he's getting on a bit. But I wake up in cold sweats at night at the moment. And I was just thinking like,
Convulsing.
could we have not
nightmares.
just subbed him off? How about with like most normal people do? You could play him for 60 minutes. You could play.
I can imagine you sleep. Sub him off! Sub him off! You're right there, babe. It's just nightmares. Come
He
on.
could play 60 minutes.
Or PTSD, was
He
it?
could have played 60 minutes, right? And do the standard. You play the 30 minutes, then 10 minutes before half, you sub him off. Fozza comes on. He gets the break from that 10, half time in 10. He comes back, he would have been hissing. And then we wouldn't have conceded a point in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lenny's in bed, eh? Sub.
Amen.
Sub.
I have a confession, eh?
When was your last confession?
Last night. Yeah, that's probably if I'm going to have a con, I think there's a couple positional things, but we'll learn from that.
Come next year, and obviously next World Cup, which you're only got to wait 3 years for. How good. Yeah, we won't have Foz. I'm excited to see Jeremy Marshall-King come up the ranks.
I'm stoked. I'm stoked for him to get that Dolphins contract. I'm just a little bit worried how that could have a negative impact on his career.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping Munster was going to go there because
that would have helped. Yeah.
he would have learnt a lot off Munster and like
Half the Storm already gone there.
yeah. He's got the Kiwi boys there, which is cool.
Yeah.
The old
Broms.
Wayne Benny Hunter.
So I'm excited to see how he goes. I hope he keeps the way he's going.
See Aaron Clark back at pre-season. Man, if he wasn't injured.
Do you know what I found weird?
What?
Taps on holiday before the final. Did he know?
Huh?
Taps was on holiday before the final on some island or some beach area.
Hey,
Pretty sure I seen it on his Insta.
before the semi.
Yeah, no, before the final.
NRL.
Oh, fuck, he would have just booked it afterwards.
Yeah, but come on, man. Stay around for their final.
Started early.
No, fuck that.
He went and watched the All Blacks.
Yeah.
El Severe gave him some tickets.
Yeah. A lot of the boys went and watched the All Blacks.
Boys from Wellies.
They played the Wales game, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the year in review. Can we play some more, though? I don't want to.
Absolutely.
Look, this year we're going to have to wait a whole nother year. It's a long time for
So it
Warriors
was
fans.
161 days to the next game of rugby league, and it's England versus France, I think it is. Random stat, but yeah,
Yuck.
you know.
Did Tribe tell you that?
Yes.
Trebay. Well, at least they're onto it and they'll book something in.
Stuff
I
Tribe.
bet you we've got to be determined on ours. I bet you. TBD. Have a look. Kiwis. Look at the Kiwis and Tribe. It'll be TBD.
The big dangle.
Whereas England and France have already bloody scribbled it down. They've written it down. They're going to play a game.
TBD.
TBD.
Um.
That big dick energy. Is that what it means?
Oh, sorry, off subject a little bit, but for next year, if your listeners are still with us, I reckon instead of us chucking up a best bet,
Yes.
each of us
Have a turn. No.
that, or we chuck up a same game multi for the round.
Oh, yeah. I don't mind that.
I reckon
Well,
that.
I'm creating
to
more chances of losing again, but that's fine.
Did you get any this year?
I got fucking 2.
You got two. That's good.
Got 2. You know.
Because you keep going the margin, it'll be the opposite margin,
Oh fuck! It was painful.
Let's go
eh?
head to head, Gus. HTH.
and then it'll be the opposite team.
Oh,
He's in for a big year next year, bro. I reckon.
I reckon, man.
On the bet,
Yep.
on the punt.
Mm.
We got on a bit of a streak there for a little bit.
Yeah,
Then you carried it on.
I got 7, 8.
You
somewhere
got
around.
a few,
And then we had one night at tracks where I got 4 in a row,
mate. That was a meeting, eh? That was a good meeting.
and we should have put it on fucking when you text me that night.
Yes, I know. I could have just done it.
And I would have.
Penrith 13 plus for the final.
Was it 268?
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
any hoodles.
cheer this window too, by the way.
And just cheer to everyone who's listened, because this is we've probably got another episode or maybe 2 in December, but we're pretty much.
So this could be our penultimate.
But it'll be like, that's more of like the, it's December, work's done, it's when people go to work and they just fuck around because it's the end of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that because I've always worked hard.
We never
but
did
you
that
two
at
will know
Viking.
So everyone's starting to wind down. So we'll be winding down a bit. So the next episode, there might be one, there might not be. It probably will be because it's rugby league and there's always something happening. Someone's going to snort a line of cocaine in the club and then we're going to have to come on here and talk about it.
How good.
But yeah, thanks to everyone listening though. It's
Episode 30 this is.
episode 30. Fuck,
The big 3-0.
big 3-0.
We're probably we're on track next year to do 50.
Fuck, that's cool.
50 of the best.
Yeah, no, but
Well, if we go through from the start of the year.
You could do the math.
No, well, from the start of the year, we would hit like 70.
Yeah, just smoking it.
Oh, do you mean just 50 in general?
Just that year.
Oh, yeah, because you'll have like
So there will
a
be
30-round year and then the finals.
International window at the end of the year.
but yeah, and also thanks to Mark Ped Sport for
Yes,
You
that's
know,
the other one.
that's,
Shout out to Marky Mark, Brad
and
Lewis,
Brad.
and the
and
team.
Brad Lewis. We appreciate everything and stuff like that. So
What a
it's,
moment!
yeah, it was awesome, man. Like,
How cool is that?
bit of growth
like,
and stuff like that.
the studios and that up at MediaWorks.
Yeah,
Well, it's kind of like this.
Yeah, same setup with people
yeah.
We
dropping
should actually just take
dumbbells in
these
the
up.
background.
That'll probably help.
What's that?
Which if we just take these up, then you won't have those mics.
That's true.
Anyway,
That's true.
shout out to Mark for putting us on and actually listening to us. What a champion!
Yeah.
And everyone else who has. Shout out to the sponsors, stuck with us the whole year.
Well, we might have to do a Christmas special, I reckon.
Sure. Dress up,
Oh, I was just gonna wear mankini, but it's fine.
mankining.
Then you'll be Santa.
I
Be
did
Santa.
talk about doing one.
Why'd you look
move.
at my dick when you said that?
Oh, I was looking a bit north than that.
His knees.
The chest.
His knees.
Yeah, that's it.
Does Santa have the chest of doom? Did he?
Yeah, apparently.
Did he cunt?
Yeah, he was ripped as. Bro, they have the meanest gym in the North Pole.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Thanks for
I
listening.
digress. Cheers
You
everyone.
will hear us before the new year, but in case you don't, but you will.
Oh.
Have you changed your player of the day again?
No. My player today is Sam.
Thanks.
What we are going to be doing, and keep a listen on our socials.
Yes.
We're going to be chucking a change my mind idea out there.
Yeah, like a. Sorry, and I changed the name on everyone too.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's going to be called from now.
Yeah.
on.
In my opinion.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little reel, a bit of a reel with the take from the boys. If you have any ideas for what a topic you want us to have an opinion on, shoot it through.
Yeah.
While we're here too, this is a popular one. Christmas trees.
What?
Christmas trees. 1st of December onwards, or can you put them up now? Quickfire.
No.
At least the 1st of December.
1st of December.
1st of
At
December.
latest.
Earliest. Oh yeah, so you're normal.
So like
You're a normal person?
Yeah.
Okay.
It can't be.
I can accept the 25th of November because it's a
Because
month
it's a month.
out.
Yeah, okay, I'll get that math.
But 1st of December is Christmas month.
Not today though.
No, fuck.
Is yours going up today?
No,
Oh.
it's in December. We're not bloody.
Like, if I saw it go over my house,
American.
it'd just be fucking javelin straight out the window.
I'll be chopping mine down on the 1st of December. I mean the real tree, and then pruning it and putting it inside. All right. This is one of our longest episodes, and we said it would probably be quite short.
Yeah. It's fucking
Anyway, thanks for listening. Keep
Yeah.
listening. Keep it on. Keep an eye on the socials. And go the mighty Kiwis.
And the Roosters.
Go the Warriors.
Up the waz.
It's their year.
Oh, yeah. Dijon Arcee's signed to the Parramatta Eagles today. You see that?
I didn't see that.
Fair enough
He
for
didn't-
him.
He didn't have any
Yeah.
contract.
No, exactly.
So I thought, no, it'll be a loss. He's actually pretty good. He's
I
only a
know.
young fella.
I was gutted. I'd be gutted. I don't need to, just heard now, but everyone was signed. I get why he did it.
Well, we just didn't sign him, so
Yeah.
he had no other contract. So I'm glad for Dijon Mustard to get another shot, because I think he has showed glimpses of being good.
He's got potential, man. So
Plenty of potential. Shout out to Dijon Mustard,
Who's he gone to? Eels.
Parramatta Eels. So now a lot of people are saying, but they still haven't re-signed Mitchell or Brown. So which one of them isn't staying?
Ooh.
Surely it's Brown staying because he's dating the daughter.
Yeah, he's boinking
fuck.
Brad Arthur's daughter.
He's staying.
I reckon the Tigers might have Mitchie, eh? Do you reckon?
Who?
Mitch Moses.
Who might have them?
The Tigers.
Oh, Tigers.
For him to go back. Plus,
the cedar tree's been chopped down.
well, he's going to be planted next to another cedar tree of Adam Duahi.
Yeah.
That becomes the half pairing at the Tigers. Because Hastings is now gone
He's gone.
to the Knights.
Knights.
But I think he'll make a good... he'll be good for the Knights. That's what they need.
Yeah, for sure.
And then who went? And then Clemmer went to the Tigers, which they needed. So I reckon that was a good swap.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what's the end of the show before? See you later.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Yep.
You know what it takes, and you're ready today to take them all on. You got the measure of your man, and you know that you can go all the way.
Give it to him.
Yeah, give him a taste.
Would you give it to him?
Give him a taste of Kiwi.
Golden Kiwi.
Show him you're the best. You're the best. Give him a taste of Kiwi. You're
Better than the rest.
Give him a taste.